Hey world, how you doing? Well, this is going to be a little teaser. The inverter finally arrived from Hong Kong or China or Singapore or wherever it's coming from, Taiwan or wherever. I don't know. Let's check this out. Check this thing out. Customs declaration. This thing costs $3 to get this thing from Singapore. It's like a month. Like this I guess would be, I don't know whether it's November 12th or December 11th, because it's like January 17th or something, I think, right now. But anyways, pretty cheap for a big old heavy thing like this. This thing's the inverter. So let's open this thing up and see if it's got the funky plugs on it or what. Bottom here. Slide this baggie off in here. Let's see what we got. Put that aside. Throw that on the floor there. Okay. Let's see what we got. Okay. We have a little frickin' inverter. It's about the same size as my 750, which is I bought like 20 years ago. So let's see. Oh yeah, it does have the funky plugs. I thought it would, because that's what the picture showed. So hopefully, but it's got you got USBs on that thing too. Cool for charging your iPhone or whatever you need, or whatever phone you got. Pretty cool little switch. Switch feels good. It's getting a little, so it's got the power lights too to see if a 115 volt plug goes in here. Hope it does, or else I'm gonna have to figure out something. If you guys know if I can use 100. Oh, check this thing out. This is weird. It's got a cigarette lighter things on the end of it. It's like a double barrel shotgun thing. That is funny. Oh, looks like this thing took a hit. Whoa, that's not cool. Oh, it got dropped coming from. Oh man. Maybe, I don't know. Got dropped or they're folded up or what, but these are all freaking folded all the way up. That's freaking weird. I would think they're supposed to be flat. Oh, wow. Yeah, what do you expect for it? Don't know. I think I paid 23 or 28 bucks or something. I don't know. Maybe wires rattling around. Anyways, no markings on here to what its value is. It's supposed to be like, oh, forget it. It was supposed to be a 3,000 watt peak or something, I think, or I forget what it was. Oh, this is great. This freaking book's all in Chinese or something. Oh, there we go. We got some English somewhere. There we go. We got. So we got. We got. You guys want to read it? Here's all the. Let me put it flat down so we don't get any refraction or reflection. Okay, so see what we get here. I have to read that. Okay. Output voltage 220 or 110. Huh. I have to modified sine wave. So input voltage 12. I think if you input 12, you get 110, and if you input 24, you get 220. I think that's how it works. I'll have to read it and see, but you guys can. Oh, they all kinds of wattage readings all over everywhere. Huh. I'm just looking for it to do a print a couple pieces of paper. So 900 watt laser printer is all I'm looking for it to do. So hopefully it does that. So there we go. So we got 110 volt on here, 12 volt input. So you put your 12 volts, so your positive and negative, boom, boom. We got 110 out, so I'll meter it, and then you'll have your USBs here. This will show probably your battery voltage on one of these, maybe, and maybe your 110 voltage on the other one. I'll have to hook it up to a battery. I got a battery. I'll have to move that over here. Let me see if a plug goes in here first. This will be the defining moment. Okay, I got a 115 volt regular plug. See if it goes in. Does it go in? Oh. I don't think so. I think it's some kind of. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna have to do about this. Oh. Oh, maybe it does. I don't. Oh shit. Oops. Okay. I think I have to. There we go. Almost lost my pin in the hole. Okay. So. Oh, it does go in there, guys. Check that out. It goes in. Sweet. So I can just plug a power strip. I'll plug a power strip into there and leave it plugged in permanent. And then I don't have to deal with these funky plugs. So yeah, I can do two sideways cords like this, or straight up cords. If I want to use the sideways cords, will block this, unless you get them going the other way. Which you could if you make your own plug with buy a 90-degree plug. If you wanted to, you can make your own cord. Use a piece of 12-3 SJO cable or SO cable, and you could go make your own Hubble. Buy a Hubble 90 degree. Just rotate it whichever direction you want. The cable will come off. You go that way with it. Unless you can buy a right angle that goes the other way. So. Well, let me get some 12 volts and my meter and stuff and see what we got here. But so far we're looking kind of cool. I got some clampies right here. I got a battery. I can hook a battery up to it right now. I got a battery over on the table. Big car battery. Okay, back to you in a minute. Okay, world, how you doing? We got a little bench testing going on here. Actually, let me fix something first. Okay, world, how you doing? The new inverter has arrived from Singapore. I think it came from Singapore. Anyways, we got 12.4 volts. It says on the inverter 118 volt, 12.4 volts DC and 118 volts AC. Green light. Let me start it up for you guys to show you what it sounds like when it starts up. Okay, so just have a regular 12 volt car battery sitting on the desk here in my laboratory on the test bench here. The battery is reading 12.75 volts DC by my Fluke. Fluke's about 40 years old, so it's a little squirrely. But if I go to my UEI volts DC, let's see if we're Okay, we're at 12.76 volts on my UEI, and 12.76 on my Fluke. So we're dead nuts. So that's our 12 volts DC. Okay, let me do that again for you so you can see. Okay, power button, turn it on. We've got 12.4 volts DC, it's saying. We've got 12.74, 12.73 my meters. So actually I trust my meters more than I would this, which is kind of a shame because this is brand new. Anyways, 118 volts. And if I meter the output voltage right now, you go to a volts AC, the V with the squirrely thing, as your sine wave, volts, saying we got 118, and I'm only reading 94. So I don't know, since this is modified sine wave, if these meters can read it. I tried my Fluke. It's 40 years old, so it didn't even probably know about modified sine wave back then. It reads the same voltage. So I don't know what to think about that. So anyways, so that's that. So let's go back to our okay, let's go back to our amp. Okay, I'm going to set this one on amps, AC, because I want to check the amps. I got it hooked up to a hairdryer. This is an 1875 watt hairdryer on high. It's on low right now. I don't believe I can supply enough voltage, enough current from this battery charger to keep my voltage up to where it'll keep the 2000 watts of hairdryer. So let's see what we got going on here. So we got 12 volts. So let's turn the battery charger on. So our voltage is coming up on our battery. We're about 5 or 10 amps, so I'm going to put 10 amps into it. Like if a car was running and a charging system was charging, about 14 amps. Should bring it down a little, okay, because we wouldn't charge past 14 and a half, I would hope, on a car. Let me change something here. I gotta 13. Unlock my pad here, and I gotta make this thing so it doesn't lock on me. How do I do this? Oh, son of a gun. Alright, hang on. Okay, so we're back to this. Alright, so let's put a load on this inverter. And we've got a battery voltage of 14.3 volts here. It's 13.9, so not really digging that. We'll put this is about a 350 watt load, I believe, on here. Okay, so we got 2.72 amps AC. Voltage is dropping. I can't supply enough current. I'll try kicking a 55 amp start. But we got 2.7 amps at 110 volts or 120 volts. That voltage is dropping here because I can't keep my I can't supply it enough current because we're pulling about 30 amps on this side. Let me go to amps DC. they're pulling over 30 amps DC, so I can't supply that for too long, so I'll have to try this in the truck. But it'll run this hair dryer, but I gotta see if I can kick the voltage up, run the 55 amp start on there. So I'm kicking 55 amps into it right now. Battery voltage is at 12.3, it says here. So I don't know why it says 10.9 here. So it's kind of funky. Alright, my charger just kicked out. It won't do that 55 amps for too long. I gotta kick it back to 10 amps. So it'll run the, let me see, we got the amps. We're doing 2.75 amps at DC. So that's 120 volts. Let's say we're at a battery voltage is dropping. 11.75 on my flute and 10.4 here, so that's not good. I don't like being it off by that. So 2.75 amps times 120 volts, so 120 volts times 2.75 equals, so 330 watts right now. So it's not having a problem with 300 watts. But this is supposed to be a 3,000 watt inverter, and when I try to run this hair dryer on high, this thing it's really having a good time with that. It doesn't like that. So anyway, let me kick that back on low. So that's interesting, huh? So I got 10 amps going back in. The battery voltage is coming up a little bit. But it runs the 330 watts fine. I need it to do 900, so I'm gonna have to hook it up to my truck and because the truck will be able to give me the current from the alternator to keep my voltage up. And then I can do this test more. But these cables, they give you little cables like these are only like 10 gauge, good for like 30 amps. And they're starting to get a little warm. So yeah, so definitely they don't give you big enough cables if this thing's supposed to do 2,000 watt continuous. But it's doing the 300 fine, but I don't like that the voltage, if I go to my voltage, AC voltage, let me see if I can read AC voltage here. 96, 95, so it's higher, so it might be 100. That's definitely not good though. I mean, I don't know, like I said, I don't know if I need a special meter, but if this hack free, maybe you're the electronics guy, is the voltage saying 100 now and saying 96 here, so I don't know what to think about it. If this meter should read 120, you know, when it's running, but my voltage isn't up high enough on see if I can bring my battery voltage up a bit. It's saying I got 12.2 volts, but only 10.8 here. Yeah, I don't have enough battery charger. So it's weird that 99 volts and so I got 95, I don't know where the pins are in here. 96, 99. Oh, the voltage is definitely getting closer now. It's kind of funky. I don't know. I got 11 volts, so anyways, I'll continue this. I'll hook it onto the truck and see what we get. But yeah, I'm gonna shut this thing down. It's all right. It's getting a little warm at 300 watts. Yeah, I don't think this thing's gonna do. Also with this, yeah, I think this is more like a 500 watt inverter. Anyways, all right, put your comments down in the comments below. All right, click like on the video, subscribe. Thanks, bye.